any of you. But trust me, we will. Wake them up a little!
Even when our wildest dreams come true, other dreams are dashed at every E3. Past the rumors, leaks, or downright admissions, these 10 games really seemed likely to show up earlier this month. It seems like the logical time for each of these anticipated releases, whether they've been officially announced or not. One has to wonder what event will bring news from these projects in the coming months. If not at E3 2018, then when?
Number 10.
If you find a mask that fits, you never need to take it off.
Rocksteady Studios is best known for their critically and commercially successful Batman Arkham series. While Arkham VR released in 2016, it's been 3 full years since the epic conclusion to the Caped Crusader's exploits in Batman Arkham Knight. Committed fans that reached 100% completion were treated to a cryptic ending cinematic, possibly alluding to another game in the franchise. In December 2016, studio founder and director Sefton Hill confirmed that a new project was currently in development, and later in September 2017, a studio developer tweeted, "When fans find out what the game is, they will lose their minds." Rumors over the years have suggested a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and the much alluded to Superman game. Whatever it is, all we can do now is wait.
No more Batman.
Number 9?
While Nintendo hasn't confirmed a specific Switch entry in the series, the timing felt right, as Animal Crossing usually arrives a year or two after a console's launch. Multiplayer features could make a strong case for Nintendo's paid online service coming later this year, and a new trademark application was filed in January. Perhaps most compelling is last year's release of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. With Nintendo's strategy of using mobile titles to guide new players to their platforms, it only seems natural for them to invite campers to a new home on Switch before they pack up their tents.
Number 8.
I've waited 30 years for this.
We knew that Respawn was working on their own Star Wars project, with Battlefield 5 likely getting multiplayer demos instead of Battlefront, and Amy Hennig's project being delayed indefinitely. This lightsaber-inspired game from a celebrated action developer was one of our only chances to hear anything from this faraway galaxy at E3. Sadly, Respawn chose to smuggle Jedi Fallen Order out of E3 after only leaving a title reveal. We still don't know what's going on with the next Star Wars release until we see gameplay, and now, that feels light years away.
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Left Alive was a kind of I can't believe it announcement when it happened just before Tokyo Game Show last year. It's set in the Front Mission universe, which has been completely untouched since Front Mission evolved in 2010. Some promising names are attached to Left Alive, including its director Toshifumi Nabeshima of Armored Core fame, and legendary artist Yoji Shinkawa, best known for his work on Metal Gear. With so much potential and so much we don't know about Left Alive, it was brutal not having it at this year's E3, especially considering the plain and unexciting Nintendo Direct-style showcase Square Enix presented. Here's hoping those burning questions do get answered as Tokyo Game Show creeps ever closer.
Number 6.
Ed Boon and NetherRealm Studios have a habit of unveiling their latest fighting games in the Mortal Kombat and Injustice series by announcing them ahead of E3. So with MK11 next on the docket, we had great expectations. Speculation that the game's reveal was imminent hit a fever pitch in the month leading up to E3 with all sorts of teasing from Ed Boon, and many expected the announcement right before E3. When that came and went, the expectation then switched to the game receiving a big reveal at one of the major press conferences. Yet here we are post-E3, feeling a bit stood up. There's always Comic-Con and EVO right around the corner, though.
Get over here!
Bayonetta 2 is one of the best action games of recent memory, capably following up the critically acclaimed original. When Bayonetta 3 caught everyone off guard during the 2017 Game Awards, both excitement and expectations were high, especially so after the stinging loss of Scalebound at the beginning of the year. The Game Awards tease left people hungry and hopeful that there would be some sort of update by the time E3 rolled around. Bayonetta was sadly nowhere to be found, with zero idea on when she'd fly our hearts to the moon once again.
Number 4!
They say the time of heroes is over.
When Square Enix announced they were rejoining the press conference lineup, it seemed likely that they wanted as many eyes as possible on their own window into the world of Marvel's mightiest heroes. This mysterious project must need a lot more time to get the job done. Maybe we'll see something at Comic-Con, or when Avengers 5 hits theaters. Marvel Comics characters are reaching a critical climax. It's time to assemble a gameplay trailer.
Number 3.
Though it was reasonable to be skeptical about Metroid Prime 4's chances of appearing at E3 2018, you still have to wonder why Nintendo decided to even bother revealing the game's existence last year with a rather tame teaser of what is certainly a placeholder logo. Perhaps they felt the need to reassure Metroid fans in case there was backlash to Samus Returns, or maybe the developers thought the game was far enough along to reveal, only to encounter unforeseen setbacks that killed any chance of showing it off at this year's E3. Whatever the reason, this one still stung for Nintendo fans.
Number 2!
Debuting at E3 2015, the long-awaited Final Fantasy VII Remake sent the gaming world into a frenzy of hype and speculation. It re-emerged at PSX the following winter, giving us a peek at some gameplay, and then it went mostly radio silent for years, except for a few tidbits of information here and there. And while the game has gone through many issues during its development, like CyberConnect 2 being taken off the project, it's still a bit upsetting that we really haven't seen anything substantial since 2015. Hopefully now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is slated for early next year, it'll be Final Fantasy VII's time to shine at E3 2019.
At last, the promise has been made.
Number 1!
When somebody steals from Langley, it makes the brass sweat. That's when they call me.
1 month before E3 started, Walmart Canada created placeholder listings for several unannounced games and accidentally set those live. This lineup included Splinter Cell, Just Cause 4, Gears of War 5, Assassin's Creed, and, least likely of all, Rage 2. When Bethesda immediately revealed Rage 2 to be a true, real sequel they actually decided to make, we came to accept this leaked list of unannounced games to be fact and expected to see all of them at E3. On top of this, voice actor Michael Ironside returned from a one-game hiatus to reprise the role of Sam Fisher in a special Ghost Recon Wildlands mission. So it seemed Splinter Cell in particular was a shoo-in for a big press conference debut. E3 2018 has passed, and indeed, each of Walmart Canada's speculative listings has either been fully revealed or at least officially acknowledged. All except for one, that is, Splinter Cell. The fact of the matter is that Walmart Canada knows something we don't.